There's no better or more euphoric experience than popping in a song that you've never heard before and just have it send a wave of chills and goosebumps up your spine and down your arms. It's truly... Just because I love you guys so much, I'm going to provide that feeling for you today. Because this is music that gives chills. So I also made a playlist that goes along with this video called Chills. It's under Artist Analysis Spotify, which I'll have linked in the description. But that video has kind of the same purpose, to provide you with some new music that you might have heard, you might have not heard, that will for sure give you chills, because it gave me chills. But yeah, this video, I call it Music That Gives Chills, because it's not necessarily all like, some songs give me chills, but sometimes an entire album will give me chills, or sometimes in a rare case, an entire artist will give me chills. So I title it Music That Gives Me Chills in hopes that maybe this will become a series. This premise of music that doesn't only work for chills. It can be music that is super hype, or music that gets you in your feels, or something like that. We could do the Music That series. So let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see next out of the Music That series. And without further ado, let's get into it. So as I mentioned, it's not always just like a song or an album. Sometimes it's an artist, sometimes it's an album, sometimes it's a song. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing 5 songs, 3 albums, and 1 artist in this video. And then there's a bunch of other songs that'll be up on Spotify under my playlist that I have giving me chills, and you can see like the correlation between the albums and the artists that I have in this video and the songs that are on the playlist. It's in a 100-song playlist up on Spotify. Again, it's in the description. Go check it out after the video. Make sure you watch the video first. Don't click off. I know you want to listen to that playlist, but don't you do it. So without further hesitation, we shall proceed into the songs category. Starting off with N95 by Kendrick Lamar.
Dancing in the sand. Can I fit out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and booze. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking the...
This song is absolutely amazing. I have a visceral memory of listening to this song for the first time, because there's that first verse where he kind of raps and he's like a lower tone, and then that second verse he goes insanely hard. I'm like, oh my god. And then there's that kind of lull, and I thought the song was going to end after that, and then all of a sudden he comes back even harder, and you could just feel the passion and the intensity in his voice, and it just kind of hit me in my stomach, and I just felt a wave of chills explode over me. It was just such a profound experience, just listening to that kind of high pitch intonation that you can just like hear in his voice, and that you can just feel the passion and the emotion that's coming out of him. And this is like the second track on the album, and I was like, okay, that first track I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I kind of didn't really get it at first. I was like, what is he kind of talking about? I was a younger person then. I'm a much more developed music listener now, but when that first song was like United in Grief, it was like, okay, yeah, there's a little bit weird, like there's some weird elements to it. And then this song came in, and I was like, oh yeah, this is now my favorite artist of all time. This song is what cemented Kendrick Lamar as my favorite artist of all time. Just the amount of chills that I got is just indescribable. Since I am on the songs category, and we're doing the most songs more than any of the other categories, I'm really going to try not to talk that much for these songs. I don't want this to be like a really, really long video. So I'm going to try to limit my yapping, but just know I could say that much and more about each one of the songs on this list, so I'm just going to say less going forward. I'm just going to try to get my message across more concisely, but I could talk about each of these songs for hours. So yeah, without further ado, moving on to the next song, Don't Think Twice It's Alright by Bob Dylan.
When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm a-traveling on, but don't think twice, it's alright.
God, this song is just so simple and pure with that just raw emotion vocals, paired with that little guitar and the occasional harmonica solo. Those are the only three elements included in this song, yet it can just absolutely have you immersed in this whole experience, and it's an emotional roller coaster of a song, and you can just feel the sadness and pain and regret in Bob's voice, and his unique guitar playing style and his unique voice just overlapping with each other. Oh my God, I don't want to keep repeating the fact that I'm getting chills, but just talking about this song gives me chills. I mean, what a masterpiece of a song. I know it's kind of like the basic Bob Dylan song, like, oh, you're a fake Bob Dylan fan, oh, you chose the most basic song. I just grew up on this song with my mom always playing this. It's just kind of like a core song for me, and I remember just kind of having listened to it a bunch, and I hadn't listened for it a while, and I kind of developed the ability to get chills because I hadn't had that, and then I listened to it again, and shiver down my spine. I don't know what other way to talk about it because this video is like gives you chills, whatever. I can't really put it in many other ways. Chills, goosebumps, shivers, I don't know, but just an amazing song. Go give it a listen if you haven't. I said I wasn't going to yap for too long, but here I am, yapping away. Moving on to the next song, Runaway by Kanye West and Pusha T.
Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast for the jerk-offs that'll never take work off.
This is another one of those songs where I just remember the first time I heard it. It was outside, it was late, it was cold, it was dark, and I just remember it having an emotional impact on me, and I remember just having like a wave of chills all over me, which are like kind of paired along with the cold against like the wind. It was windy outside, the wind against my face with this song. And this song also gives me chills in a haunting way to look back on it with a modern context. Kind of Kanye before he was really perceived that much as an asshole, and now he's kind of was warning us like, hey, I'm an asshole. Like, looking back on this with modern context is also like a very chilling and kind of haunting experience. So this kind of has two different meanings about it having chills. But yeah, I mean, an amazing song. It's like perfectly imperfect. Like, there's so many like weird lyrics that would not work at all in other songs, but because it's Kanye and because it's this song, it just fits so perfectly. His admission to being an asshole and a douchebag and a scumbag and a whatever is just amazing. And sorry about the sniffling. Somehow, every time I record, I just get allergies or a cold or something. But yeah, not going to rant too long about this, but an amazing song. There's another one that I kind of grew up with in my household. My mom played it a ton. The belting, the strings, the whole symphonic energy of it, just that, I mean, the amazing, like, way that Brandi Carlile can just flip to her falsetto in the middle of an intense belt is just amazing. And kind of this whole, like, crescendo to the end of the song is just, like, amazing. And the whole build-up throughout it, it's just absolutely spectacular. Will easily send a shiver down my spine 9 out of 10 times. So yeah, go give this song a listen if you haven't. It's just such an amazing song. The Joke by Brandi Carlile, just spectacular. The final song that I'm going to talk about today is Creep by Radiohead.
So fucking special, but I'm a creep.
This song, again, I feel like I'm going to be made fun of for because it's like, oh, the most basic Radiohead song, whatever. It's an amazing song, gives me chills. The way it switches from kind of having that normal, like, little bit of drums, maybe some light, like, other instruments, I don't really know. But then it goes to intense, super intense, like, heavy, hard guitar that's louder than the vocals, and then just switches right back to kind of going back to, like, the basic drum pattern and whatnot. It's just, that's amazing, and just kind of a chilling message to the song, being like, oh, I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo, I'm a whatever. It's a little bit corny maybe, but I don't know, it's just kind of hearing it before I really understood what the concept of corny was. Like, it's always kind of had that creepy and chilling message in my head. So it's definitely makes a spot on my playlist and makes a spot for me to talk about in this video. So yeah, go listen to this song if you haven't. I mean, it's a classic, creepy, chilling, haunting song. Go listen to it. Again, really sorry for my very congested sounding voice. I really don't know what happened. I was fine before I started recording the video, and as soon as I sat down to press record, some sort of sinus thing, I don't really know. Anyway, that's beyond the point. We're moving on to the albums now. So I did 5 songs, now I'm going to do 3 albums, starting with Igor by Tyler, the Creator.
Such a distraction. That's what Tion are. Fucking up my ambiance. Pause. You drive me cuckoo and not. Passenger in your car. You want to be mixing it, don't pop. She's gonna be dead. I just gotta make it one. We can finally be together. My love's gone. My love's gone. My love's gone.
When talking about albums, I'm going to keep it brief because a lot of these albums I'm going to talk about again on my top 100 albums ranking, which starts next week and will go for a while because I have to do 10 parts of it because I'm going 10 albums at a time. But yeah, go check that out. First episode is next Saturday. So simply put, in my opinion, this is the best produced album of all time. The singing, the rapping is all spectacular. There's no misses, and each song on its own is enough to provide you chills. The belting on songs like Are We Still Friends and Earthquake, and the musical elements on songs like Gone Gone / Thank You and all that stuff, and the rapping on songs like Boy Is a Gun or New Magic Wand. It's just so many elements, and it's a culmination of all amazing music. Like I said, best produced album of all time in my eyes. Won an Innovation Award, so I can't say enough, give enough praises to this album. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. Go give it a listen if you haven't. Every track will give you chills. The whole thing together will give you, like, mega chills. It's a spectacular album. Moving on to Swimming by Mac Miller.
I got neighbors, they're more like strangers. We could be friends. I just need a way out of my head. I'll do anything for a way out of my head. Well, climbing over that wall. I remember, yes, I remember it all. Swear the hype is too tall. So like September I fall down below. Now know that the medicine be on. I'm building up a wall till it break, till it break, till it break, till it break. She hate it when I call, and it's late, and it's late, and it's late. I don't wanna keep you waiting. I hope
hope I never keep you waiting.
Sometimes I wish I took a simpler route. Instead of having demons that's as big as my house. Have a ball with it, dribble and bounce. Cause the party ain't over till they kicking me out. Yeah, isn't it funny? We can make a lot of money.
It's like in every conversation we the topic. This narcissism more like narcotics, so it goes. Well, everybody gather round.
This album is really, really good, and it could definitely be, some songs are chill-inducing, some maybe not so much on its own. I mean, there's good R&B elements, good singing, good all that stuff. I mean, there is some good rapping stuff, but the real chilling part about this is the messages he talks about inner demons and his substance abuse, which would kill him not a month later. So with this posthumous context, every single track, all the mentions of his drug abuse and demons and all of that gives such a chilling effect and such a introspective looking back with future context on this album is unsettling and chilling, but in such a beautiful way, because this album is a beautiful piece of art, and the way you can just kind of see this, it is incredibly, profoundly sad album, because you can see his want to live and his battles with these demons and his need to get rid of these demons and this addiction and all of that, and he just ended up losing the battle. But with songs like Self-Care, there's potential for more life, and it just didn't end up going that way, which makes it so profoundly sad and chilling to listen back on with modern context. So this is another one that it's just incredibly sad just to listen to, but it's very chilling as well, just to kind of, gives you chills to listen to this last piece of art Mac Miller had when he was alive on this earth. So yeah, very sad direction for this video to go into, but it is a truly chilling album, and it is truly an amazing piece of art. Go check it out. An amazing album. Okay, our third and final album is going to be I Didn't Mean to Haunt You by Quadeca.
I crawled in, same bucket, I was washed in. I gave all the time to it, I was trying to figure out the facets. Tile marks on the world charts, it's the wrong parts getting longer. I got a new birthday celebrate. Those candles that you couldn't light, you threw them out and you wonder why.
This is not my first time, nor will it be my last time talking about this album on this channel, but it is just so good of an album that I can't resist. I mean, just the name gives me chills. I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. I mean, it's an album told from the perspective of a ghost, going through the different processes of grieving and not being able to let go of his life when he was alive and all that stuff, and it is just an amazing, perfect album. The contrast between the songs that are super symphonic and grand, and they crescendo blow up at the end and it's a big symphony and all that stuff. And then the ones that are a little bit more stripped back and low key and mellow. I love the flows. I love the production, the distorted vocals. Everything about this album is borderline perfect. There are some weaker tracks, but overall as an album and the message it's trying to convey, it's a totally chilling album. I mean, I'm running out of words to describe getting chills, and I know that's whatever, but you get what the point I'm trying to make is that it's super chilling, a haunting album called I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, sends chills down my spine just listening to the name. Again, I had a profound listening experience just listening to this album for the first time. I mean, it was so amazing. I was literally crying. I mean, it is an amazing album. So yeah, go give this album a listen if you haven't. It's an absolute masterpiece. And the grand finale of the video, who's my artist gonna be? Who's the most chilling artist who their entire discography gives me chills? I mean, the safest bet for this is an artist who has a perfect discography, and there's not a lot of those. But when you think of perfect discography, one in particular comes to mind, and that's Frank Ocean.
About you, do you think about me still? Do you, or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. If I could see through walls, I could see you faking. If you could see my thoughts, you would see your faces. Safe in my rental, like an army truck back then. How I do, I let go of my claim on you. It's a free world. You look down on where you came. We'll run to the future, shining like diamonds in a rocky world. Rocky world. Our skin like bronze and our hair like cashmere. And on the road, your dilated eyes watch the clouds float. White Ferrari, had a good time. 16, how was I supposed to?
The reason why Frank Ocean was an obvious choice for this boils down to two things. One is the rarity of his music. He's only dropped 2 albums, and there were 6 years in between those 2 albums, and now it's been 8 years since he dropped his last album, which was Blonde back in 2016. So the rarity of his music is just adds an extra element, and every song makes you want to savor every song as much as you can. You want to squeeze every last drop out of it and enjoy it to the fullest, because you never know when you're going to get the next Frank Ocean song, and this could be the last one he drops. We don't really know if there's going to be another Frank Ocean album unless I'm not in the loop on something, but I mean, it's the rarity of it is just adds that element that it's so amazing and makes you want to savor it. And then the other thing is obviously Frank's vocals. I mean, the production, all that stuff is really great, and a lot of the stuff is good, but I mean, what stands out is Frank's vocals. I mean, so spectacular. He can hit any high note in the book. He can belt for long amounts of times. He's got this flowy, amazing voice that has super wide range. I mean, I'm not a professional vocalist or whatever, but it's just pure beauty. So, I mean, whenever he hits one of those high notes, it always gives me chills. He's just the perfect artist for this because he doesn't have any misses in his discography. I mean, unless you count the interludes that, I mean, no one's really bumping to the interludes, but I don't count those as misses because they help move the story forward in his albums. He is just a perfect discography. All of his singles are good. There's no misses on Channel Orange or Blonde. Both perfect albums in my eyes. So he's got a perfect discography, and pretty much every song is guaranteed to give you chills because he has those amazing vocals, and you want to savor that song because you don't know how many more there'll be, if any more, really. So yeah, perfect chills every time. That is going to do it for the video. go check out the playlist I have up on Spotify, and then go down into the comments and tell me what you want to see next in the Music That series. I don't know, I was thinking maybe Music That is really hype or something like that. I don't really know. You know, I'm fine. I love making playlists, so I'm fine with whatever you guys put down in the comments. Maybe I'll post a poll about it or something, but yeah. Tell me what you want to see in the next Music That series. I am looking to make it a series because I had a really fun time making this video, and I'd love to make another one. So, yeah, go check out the playlist, and catch you cuties later. Mwah.